So my project was to learn how to use a DSLR, learn how to light an inside shot, and learn different shots and angles. So I used the Canon T3i Rebel to film. I also use a tripod for most of my shots as well. So I use mainly just this tutorial to learn the basics of the camera, from turning it on, putting the lens on, how to focus it, just all the basics. And this video is really good, so if you're wanting to learn how to use the camera, I would recommend this video. Yeah, I use manual focus. So all you have to do is just have your camera, and you find your subject, and you can just adjust the focus ring until it's at the sharpness you want. Some people use autofocus, but I just found that manual focus was easier for what I wanted to do. So I did 3-point lighting, and that involves a key light, which will illuminate your main. It'll shine the most light on your subject. And then you have your fill light, which lessens the shadows. And then the backlight, which will frame your subject from the back. So here's my example of 3-point lighting. Alright, and I also did 4-point lighting, which it's the same as 3-point lighting, except you just add a background light, which will light up the background. So here's my example of that. So here are some of the shots and angles that I used. I have a medium shot, tilt, long shot, close-up, extreme close-up, Dutch angle, high angle, low angle, a cut-in, and a pan. So here's the tutorial that I mainly used. I tried to mimic some of the shots that were in this tutorial. So, a medium shot, it's shot from the waist up of your subject, from a medium distance away. I did a tilt, which moves your camera on a vertical plane. I did a long shot, which has your subject from, you're a good distance away and the whole subject is in frame. I did a close-up, which tightly frames your subject's face. I did an extreme close-up, which zooms in on one part of your subject's face. A Dutch angle, which is I did a Dutch angle where your camera, it's tilted so the horizon line isn't parallel. I did a high angle, which is your camera is above your subject and it looks down on them. A low angle is where your camera is below your subject and looks up at them. A cut-in zooms in on one part of your subject, so usually the hands or the legs or the feet. And I did a pan, which moves your camera on a horizontal plane to reveal a subject. So my project plan, I thought I planned pretty well. I wish I would have maybe given myself a little more time for doing the lighting, because I mean that was a pretty hard thing to set up and do. But overall I thought I planned well. Initially I thought I was gonna do more shots with like camera movement using a dolly, but I didn't really get to that because lighting took a little longer than I thought. But yeah, I for the most part I stuck to my plan, and I thought I planned all right. So the overview of my project. My biggest successful moment was probably learning how to use the camera, how to work manual focus, just to learn all the basics. Because once I got that down, it made it a lot easier, obviously. I learned that lighting is kind of a difficult process. If I could redo my project, I would probably give myself time to do moving shots like with the dolly, practice that a little bit more. But overall, I was pretty pleased with my project, and it was fun to do and fun to make. And yeah, that's it.